mean, you try and qualify as far up as you can. For some reason, I've never had, I would say, the speed, or my car has never really had the speed in qualifying, to be honest, for the front row. I would love to be able to challenge for the front row. I think that's a really neat experience. I've always been in the neighborhood of 6th, 8th, 10th, 9th. We usually race really well. So yeah, I mean, I'm not so worried about it until we really see what we've got, just because we really don't know how it's gonna go tomorrow. But no, it's never right to panic. You know, even if you might not have the speed the other cars do, sometimes it's just unexplainable. And I've had to deal with it every single year I'm qualifying here, because all my teammates' cars have always been quicker than mine. But I always know that I race really well, and putting the car in a decent place in qualifying gives you that opportunity to drive forward. So it's important to qualify well. It's a cool experience, but also it's not the end of the world.
Jeff, go ahead.
How do you show up at a place that's broken your heart and has so much emotion around it and something you want so bad, but then avoid like letting that get into your head, or letting the pressure build, or letting the, you know, how badly you want to affect what you're doing out there at the track?
I treat it as a new thing every time I come back. You know, you can't plan, just like you can never plan a start, you can never plan an Indy 500, you never know, you depend on other people's decisions and mistakes as well, so that plays a lot into how your race is going to go, to be honest. So I just really enjoy it. Obviously, as the race starts falling and you see where you're at and stuff, that's where, you know, it can get a little bit more interesting or intense. But all my Indy 500s, they've all been different. You know, I would say the one last year would be the last one that I would have expected to be fighting, but somehow managed a way to get the car there. So it's a really long race. A lot of things can happen, but yeah, I'm focused on what we can do to put ourselves into a position to win, and you know, the strive is obviously to get that right. But you know, we have a pretty good track record here in the past.
So Josh and then Jenna.
What are you doing? Josh Brown with the Indy Star. Nolan obviously had an unfortunate mishap last year, but sometimes the most trying times will cause the most growth. In what specific ways have you seen Nolan grow over the past year, not only as a driver, but as a young man?
I mean, I think it's safe to say that I went through the same thing. When I did in 2019, I got bumped. Well, the whole team that I was in kind of got bumped, but it's, to be honest, I told him after he got bumped, and I said, you're lucky that you actually got bumped, because it's miserable to drive out here with a car that sucks. I'd much rather not be in a race and not race with a car that's just horrendous, rather than like having to do the 200 laps with a car that just is freaking miserable. The speeds are so high, and like it's not enjoyable when it's really there. And I feel like that's what Nolan's position was last year. He just, you know, the car obviously didn't seem strong. But I think this year he's with a team that obviously gives him a lot more tools to, you know, to showcase what he's got in a super speedway, and you know, he's obviously in good hands in that regard. So I still tell him, you look like you're 12, but he's a good kid.
Jenna?
Pato, you've said several times that you just don't know what to expect out of tomorrow, yet some of the unready guys feel very, very confident that they are the favorites for the pole.
They look confident, for sure.
Right, that's my question.
Yeah.
They look good.
Yeah, I think they look very strong, both speed-wise and traffic running. I would say at least two in their camp are super strong. Yeah, I would say Kirkwood, Herda. don't count out the Penske's. They're gonna have rockets just like they did last year. And for us, I don't know. I don't want to like assume before we really see what to expect. But Ganassi seems to have taken a step forward as well, just from kind of playing around with them in traffic. Yeah, they're just the speed feels a little bit like 22, to be honest, us against Ganassi, but it's hard to say right now, and you don't know who is hiding what, or if, you know, are both manufacturers showing everything? Not sure, but they do look very strong, I would say.
Does it make a difference that Honda will do its engine changes tonight and Chevrolet will wait till post-qualifying?
I did hear about that, but I have no idea why each one kind of prefers to do it that way. Yeah, I'm assuming we're doing the best, the best decision for our camp. That's probably what's best for their camp. Why? No idea, but they seem to have brought a very strong package, I would say. But confident that our Chevy power is going to be pulling us forward.
Wolfgang.
Pato, yeah. I have a personal question for you. Regardless what happened in the race, where you finished, if you win or hopefully do, you seem to be very ultra popular already in Indianapolis. You're on the front cover of the Indianapolis Monthly Magazine.
Do you like the pictures?
I like the picture very
They
much.
made me look way too good.
Yeah, very impressive. And then also I'm seeing in Greenwood in the Kroger supermarket, your picture is hanging from the wall.
Cardboard Patos, yeah.
Yeah, what? Do you have an explanation why you're so popular here in Indianapolis?
Do I see it?
Yeah. I mean, character, result.
It's people. I keep getting tagged. People wanting to steal my Cardboard Patos, but it's grown a lot, really. Last year's Indy 500 was a big step in that, I would say. I've definitely felt the difference, and it's amazing to see. It's great to see. It's always a great feeling seeing your shirts walking around and people, smiling to support you, and it's gonna be a sold out event, isn't it? Pretty much. Like it's gonna be.
You want a grandstand ticket? Good luck. You buy it quick.
I bought 300 to give away, bro.
Nice.
You didn't have
Wait.
a package?
No, people don't have to pay for it. I give away for free. 300.
Just to anyone who...
I'm so generous. No, just anybody that buys stuff in Pato Shop gets free tickets. So yeah, buy a shirt, buy whatever. Make sure it adds up to over $100 and you're getting a ticket. But I think it's great. I mean, it's just such a phenomenal event. And I have my own suite for the first time here at the Indy 500. I'm super stoked about that one. Definitely haven't sold out in that one, but it's okay.
I got time for.
Steven Stump of FrontStretch.com here. Come back for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.